Shapar, which is horn. Troop Sha'afun. Station registry.
Sha'afun, Bab, Harlem, Bam, Nasrallah.
Sha'afun.
Sha'afun.
Bonaparia. But Yasha'afun. Right.
Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shadu Rakathama.
Yasha'afun. Young, which means wine.
Yasharallah, which means to Israel.
Shapar, which is horn. Imagine in the room. So Punya Hakadum, which means rise, turn and face the east. It's the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw. Bashmayim. Bashayah. Shemkat. Yahweh. Balakska. Tabah. Ratzak. Hayah. Aisha. Ratzak. Hawa. Hayah. Bashmayim. The Thunlano. The Tum. Hollywood, Salafino, Cold Wafno, Salafino, Cold Wafno, Wala, Aviano, Saiwood, a ball, Shanu, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Mulakwa, Wa'ala, Wakapara. I will love you. Amen.
Salaki, the Lord's Prayer. Our
Father,
which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh, thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done
in earth. As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day. Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debts.
And lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever. So be.
So be it. Amen. The prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Shem Yahushua. Babsha. Thunlano. Ka. Homakala. Wakomarawa. Ka. Latahar. Kamata's right. Ka. Lapayoung. Matthew. Ka. Arakawa. Hatamala. Agarshun. Hashem Yahushua. The water Amen.
In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Let so be.
So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Ashai Yanyan. Al-Hahari. Ma'ayan. Yama'ai Zarya. Isaiah Ma'ayin Yahweh. Isha. Shemayim Wa'aratizah. Halifun. Amawat. Skalka. Wung. Shamarka. Hana. La'ayan Wung. Well, La'ayan Ishun. Shawamar Yash'al. Yahweh Shamarka. Yahweh Tzaka. Aliyah Yom Yunta. Yawmung. Hashemash. La'ayah Kaka. Wayrak Balayla. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Bakal Ra. Yashamar. Asma Pashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Tazaka. Babawaka. Ma'aitha. Wa'ayda Walum. In the English.
I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes unto the heavens.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord,
My help cometh from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in.
this time forth
From this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al-Yalaka. Al-Karash. Al-Tashakwat. Allah. Kayalanya. Awiyadika. Yahamiwan. Orishinayaka. Yashawa. Ra'ash. Alamika. Yahayriyamwa. Suwa. Bayataya Aitazawa. Altazawanyika. Amaru. Kawa. Manakakira. Magoya. Mala'a. Yazakar. Shumyasha. Iwa. Kaya. Aitazawa. Labia Kadwa. Alika. Baya. Karafwa. Ahalia. Alawam. Mayashamalia. Awab. Mahagari. Gabal. Wa'aimuwan. Wa'aimulak. Wa'halashat. Wa'aim Yashabia. Tazawar. Gamashawar. Nalawa. Aima. Haywa. Zarwat. Kabanyalawat. Salat. Aishalaham. Kamadir. Kasayasura. Sayabir. Banakal. Bayashwan. Nashamadwa. Bayanda Ara. Iwa. Dama. Ladama. Shayathamwa. Nariyamu. Kaira. Kazab. Kazabat. Kazalmana. Kamasay Kumwa. Ashar. Amaru. Yarasha. Anwa. Ah. Nawat. Al-Hayy. Al-Hayyat. Shayathamwa. Kagoga. Kakwash. Kapanyurata. Kaash. Varia Ira. Kalahab. Dalahat. Hari. Kandaradapma. Batsarika. Babasopaka. Nabahalam. Mala'a. Panyam. Palawan. Wavapashwa. Shumkash. Yahawa. Yabashwa. Wavahawa. Idea I. Wavapawa. Wavabadwa. Wavadawa. Kaya. Asa. Shumkash. Yahawa. Babaka. Aliwa. I'll call her Ratza. In the English.
Salaki. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O my power.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
Be not still.
On your heart.
Start from the top. Is that the whole statement?
Say power.
Salaki. Keep not thy silence, O power.
Keep not thy silence, O power.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
Be not still.
Power.
O power.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
Hate thee.
have lifted up the head.
Lift up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy enemies.
Consulted against thy enemies.
They have said,
And said,
Come, and let us cut them off.
and let us cut them off
From being a nation.
from being a nation.
That the name of Israel
The name of Israel
may be no more in remembrance.
may be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together
But they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They have confederate against
They are confederate against thee.
the tabernacles of Edom
The tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites
and the Israelites
of Moab,
Moab,
and the Hagarites,
and the Hagarites,
Sabbath,
Baal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur also is joined with them.
Assur also is joined with them.
They have broken the children of Lot.
They have broken the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah.
do unto them,
Do unto them
unto the Midianites,
to the Median,
as to Sari,
as to Cesare,
as to Jabin,
as to the Fifth,
at the brook of Kisan.
the brook of Kisa.
Make their nobles like Or.
You see it? You take your time.
Salaki, which perished at Endor,
Which perished at Endor.
they became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Ori,
Make their nobles like a red,
and like Z,
and like the head.
yea, all the princes
All their princes,
as the buck,
as the Ba,
and as the moon,
and as the moon,
who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves the houses of the Most High
let us take to ourselves out of the Most High,
in possession.
in possessions.
All my power,
Oh my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the fire burning a wood,
as the fire burns the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
and as the flame sets the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy tempest,
and make them afraid
make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may see thy name.
All power,
All thy power,
let them be confounded
let them be found
and trouble forever.
in trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know that thou,
and men may know that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the Most High,
art the Most High,
over all the earth.
over all the earth. Blessings in the Hebrew. Barak atah Yahweh. Barak atah Yahweh. Yahweh Yahweh. Tazavya Alawapyahan. Alawapi. Asarani. Potaziyani. Bakayali. Wahawapi. Yahweh. Hashem Yahweh. Wada Aman.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commander General Yahweh.
Commander General.
The general.
The generals.
The captain. The officers. The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you. So be it.
Thank you, so be it. Isupk curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, the name of Yahweh Shah. Listen to us now. Right now. Say evils and curses. Punishment and destruction. To the heathen. That speak against us. Our prophets. The teachers. The princes. The priests. The Israelite brothers. And the school. Say evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen. And shake loose. The treasure of the rich of Israel. And refuse to give to the school. Force the riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Say evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the Edomites, the nation, the drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, the Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Anglo synagogues and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street. Open up the internet, and the airwaves, the cable access channel, the radio channel, the business spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way, and try to stop us, broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth, and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief, and the murder. Let your house shine. Michael and Gabriel come down to flying saucers, Punish all the heathen.
Punish all the heathen.
That come up against us.
Come up against
And to
us.
speak thy word.
To speak thy
Cause
word.
it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all.
It is the angels that have done it.
It is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media.
Cause it to be spread through the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake it thy coming.
Cause them to shake it that
In
coming.
the name of Yahweh
In the
Shai.
name of Yahushua.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Sorry, face the front. Shabbat. Shalom, Israel. We're back with another Sabbath service in these early chapters of Genesis, running through these absolutely foundational, fundamental stories of how we got here today. And we've been following the forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob's 12 sons are now grown. And, this is real life. This is real life. So they're doing some crazy things. But we're going to pick it up in Genesis 37 and verse 2. You got that in the Hebrew?
Genesis chapter 37, verse 2. Allah Wa, Yaquab, Yawasap, Ban, Shabai, Aishara, Shana, Hayah.
So Shabbai, Aishara, Shana. Hopefully y'all been paying attention to these numbers. You've been picking up numbers. Shabbai is 7. Aishar is 10. Shana is years. Joseph is 17 years old now. Shabbai, Aishara, Shana. Go ahead.
Right. Af. Akayawa. Batazan. Waha Wa'a. Na'ir. Ah. Banya. Balaha. Wa'a. Banya. Zalapa. Nashaya. Abyawa.
So they had to break this down. He was with his brothers, but they had to break it down saying that he's with the sons of Bilhah and the sons of Zilpah. It said, Bunya Balha, Wa'af, Bunya Zalpah, Nashya, Abua, his father's wives. And this is our language because polygamy is our culture. Keep going.
Wayaba. Yawasap. Af. Tabatha. Ra'ai. Al. Abraham. Verse 3. Wayasharal. Aha. Af. Yawasap.
So that's why Yasha'Allah talking about Israel. Ahab Ab Yawasap. Jacob loved Joseph. That was he had a special love for Joseph being the last of his children. Read.
Makal. Banyawa. Kaya. Ban. Zaquanyam.
Bun Zaquanyam, the son Zaquan means elder or old. So Bun Zaquanyam meaning he was the son of his old age. He was the last son he had when he was old, and he had a special affection towards Joseph. Go ahead.
Kanawakan. Hawa'a. Lawa. Wa'isha. Lawa. Katana. Pasyam.
Katanath Pasum is the famous coat of many colors. Pasum being colors plural. Go ahead.
Kanawakan. Verse 4. Waya Rawa. Ak Yawa. Kaya. Athwa. Aha. Abraham. Makal. Ak Yawa.
So Ahab, meaning love, Ahab, Abiaham, meaning their father, Michal, Akua, out more than all their brothers. When they saw that their father loved Joseph more than the rest of them, when they saw that he was the favorite child, read,
Karawakan. Wayashanawa.
that Shana is hate. They hated him for that. This is a sibling rivalry. Keep going.
Karawakan. Athwa. Wala. Yakawa. Dabarwa. Lashalam.
So they Wala'ah, which remember that La'ah is the word we use every day, which is no or not. Wala'ah, Yakawa, Dabarwa, meaning all their words for him, La Shalom, which is to peace. It's saying that none of their words were peaceable to him. The English is going to say they could not speak peaceably unto him. That's how much they hated him because of this. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That sounds real familiar, don't it? It sounds like some civil rivalry, right? That we all got in our family. You know what I'm saying? Why we like that?
And every family got one.
Yeah, I'm.
You know, y'all know who the favorite, y'all know who grandma's favorite is, right? Y'all know who dad's favorite is, and everybody else got that evil eye towards him because of that.
Right.
Keep going.
Khan. Verse 5. Wayakalam. Yawasap. Kawam.
So this column is the dream, and Joseph's dream is about to increase that hate about tenfold. Read.
Wayagad. Lak Yawa. Wayawasapwa. Iwad. Shana. Athwa.
So he told it to his brothers, they hated him even more. Keep going.
Khan. Verse 6. Wayamar. Al-Yaham. Shama Iwa. Naah. Akawam. Hazah.
He said, nah, he said, my word na'ah. That word na'ah is please. He said, he's asking them to hear this dream. Can you imagine Joseph really eager to tell them about this dream? Read.
Khan. Bashar. Kalmathya. Verse 7. Wahana. Anak Nawah. Ma'al Mayam. Alam Yam. Bath Waka. Ha Shadah. Wahana. Kwama'a. Alamahya. Wagam. Natazaba. Wahana. Tasab Yana'a. Amath Yakam. Wa Tashath Kawa Yakam. La Mathya. Verse 8. Waya Marwa. Lawa. Akyawa. Amalak. The Malak. Al Yanwa.
So Marla, and they said to him, Akua, his brother said to him, Hamalak, Isla Younger. So Malak is king. So they say, you're gonna reign over us? Oh, you're gonna be our king, huh? Keep going.
Okay. Mashawal. Tamasha. Banwa. Waya Wasapwa.
By the way, y'all should know that means king because every bedroom individualite on Facebook calls himself black. Right. Go ahead.
Iwa, Shana, Aqua, I, Kamath Yawa, Wa'ai, Dabar Yawa.
All right, to the English. Pick it up at verse 2.
Come. Genesis chapter 37, verse 2. These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren. And the lad was with the sons of Bilhah, and with the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. And Joseph brought unto his father their evil report.
Meaning Joseph was kind of, remember, he was the youngest, and just like we all have that stereotype of the youngest being kind of like the tattletale, right? So he was running to his dad and saying, look what they're doing out in the field. He was telling on his brothers, and they were starting to, get mad at him. Keep going. This is real life. Like, this is a real family of real life. This is it's that simple. Like, it gets mysticized, when we learn these stories from the Christian church when we're little. But this is a real family having real life family issues. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors.
So just like we just broke down in the Hebrew, Joseph was the favorite. He had a special love for him because he was his last son. He probably thought he was too old at that point, and he was, he felt that strongly toward him. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him and could not speak peaceably unto him.
Now remember, again, this is real life. Like, picture that energy around the house. They could not speak peaceably unto him. They couldn't even look and say a word to him without just being mean and talking smack and whatever. Go ahead.
Remember that movie, brother? I don't like that ish.
That's
I don't like that.
Yo.
That's the energy that. But then, like you said, that goes with any family. You know what I'm saying? This is natural. This is real life. You know what I'm saying? So,
sibling rivalry is one of the most fundamental. Yeah. That's basic. That's gonna happen, and it's especially gonna happen when everybody knows who the favorite.
Ain't got a special coat.
Made him this coat. Imagine what that coat in the ancient times. So a coat of many colors like this is. They've made plays and movies over this coat. Can you imagine what that must have looked like to the rest of the brothers that already hated him? Go ahead.
Verse 5. And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it his brethren, and they hated him yet the more.
Yeah, because we're about to see what this dream is about, read.
Verse 6. And he said unto them, hear, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed. Verse 7. For behold, we were binding sheaves in the field.
So they out in the field, taking sheaves out of the, like corn stalks, imagine, and they're binding them up, tying them up, read.
And lo, my sheaf arose.
So the sheaf that Joseph bound up got up on itself, the plant, the stalks, got up by itself, read.
And also stood upright, and behold, your sheaves stood round about.
So the sheaves that his brother tied together, they came around his sheaf, read.
And made obeisance to my sheaf.
So in the field now, the other brother's sheaves came and started bowing down to the sheaves that Joseph tied together. And this is the dream that he was so excited to tell them about. And they already hated him. Go ahead, read. Or was that verse 8? No, go ahead, read.
Verse 8. And his brethren said to him, shalt thou indeed reign over us?
Can you imagine? We already just described the energy in his house. He just told them about this dream. Can you imagine how they're looking at him right now? Oh, yeah? You're going to reign over us? You're going to be out? We're going to bow down to you? Go ahead, read.
Or shalt thou indeed have dominion over us?
Yeah, you're going to rule over us now? Go ahead.
And they hated him yet the more for his dreams and for his words.
So now they really hated him. Let's go back to the Hebrew. Verse 9, pick it up.
Genesis chapter 37, verse 9. Wayakalam, Iwad, Kawam, Akar.
So Wayakalum, Iwad, Kalum, Kalawam Akar, meaning he dreamed another dream, another Kalawam. Go ahead.
Wayasapar, Athwa, Laakyawa, Wayamar, Anah, Alamafya.
He came to his brother. He said, "Behold, Hannah." You can picture this so vividly. The type of personality Joseph had was just annoying his brothers to death. Go ahead, read.
On time.
I say that because I was probably that kid. I was that same kid when I was the one who got on my cousin's nerves and everything. I was the favorite. I can't even lie.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Okay. Slop.
Nah, you too wild. Go ahead, read.
On time. Awam, Iwad, Wahana, Shamash, Wa Hayarak, Wa Akad, Ishar, Kawakabyam.
So Akkad, Ishar, which is 11, 1 and 10. Kawakabyam is stars, which is that's the star.
Right.
Magun is not a star. Gun is a shield. This is not a star.
Slop your father.
Go ahead.
We gotta stop this madness with this. Yo, that's the star Molech.
Oh
We
man.
gotta stop this madness.
Oh man, they
First
love
of all,
doing
it's
that.
a Dawadah. It's if you don't study the Hebrew, so you wouldn't know it. But if you look at Da in the ancient Hebrew, that's what it looked like. It looked like a triangle. You can't put two triangles up together. So one gotta go up, one gotta go down. So you can see that is Da Wadah.
That's it.
Come on, man.
Brother had a signature. He had a signature. He's a creative brother. You sit around, you imagine you king, you sit around all day playing around with letters, playing around with your name. You just put them together. That's it. It's not a star. Y'all need science class if y'all think that's a star. Go ahead, read.
On time.
Not too high.
Bashath Kawayam, Laya. Verse 10. Wayasapar, Al, Abyawa, Wa'al, Akyawa, Wayagaar, Bawa, Abyawa, Wayamar, Lawa, Ma'a, Akal Wam, Azah, Ashar, Kal Maf, Hab Wa'a, Nab Wa'a, Anya, Wa Amaka, Wa Ak Yaka, Laha Shath Kawath, Laka, Ara Tazah. Verse 11. Wayakona wa Bawa Ak Yawa Wa'ab Yawa Shamar Af.
And so now we're getting down to it. Wayakwanawa, which is to envy. It's saying that his brothers envied him. But his father, read that last word again.
Khan. Adabar.
No, 2 words before that.
Shamar.
Shamar, we all know that word. His father just watched closely. His father paid attention because he knew there's something going on with these dreams, something going on here. Go ahead, read.
Khan. Shamar. Af. Adabar. Verse 12. Wayala kawa ak yawa lara'aiwa a tazaan abyaham bashakam. Verse 13. Waya amar yasharal
Yes, sir.
yasharala al wayasap alawa akyaka ra'ayam bashakam laka wa ashal kawa salakia wa ashal kaka.
So that's that root word shalak, which is to send. So why I shalak, and I will send you.
Come. Al Yaham. Waya Amar. Lawa. Ha Nanaya.
Hananya, he said, here I am, I'm ready to go. And we're going to find out where he was going. Keep going.
Khan. Verse 14. Waya Amar. Lawa. Lak. Na'a. Ra'ah. Ah. Shalawam. Akyaka. Wa'ah. Shalawam. Taza'an. Waha Shabanya. Dabar. Wayashal Kahwa. Ma Aim Mak. Baikwa. Kabar Wan. Wayaba. Shakama. Verse 15. Wayama Taza'a Awa. Ayash. Wahana. The eye. Bashada. Wayashal Awa. Ayash. La Amar. Ma'a. Dabakwash.
And back to the English. Pick up at verse 9.
Come. Genesis chapter 37, verse 9. And he dreamed yet another dream.
So he had another dream. Keep going.
Khan, and told it his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream more. And behold,
Now wait, the last dream that he told them that made them hate him even more, he had 11 chiefs in the field that were tied together, bowing down to worship his chief. Let's see what this one is. Read.
Khan, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me.
So now it's not just obviously the 11 in the first one, they immediately recognized represented his 11 brothers. So now he got 11 stars and the sun and the moon making obeisance. So they all recognize this as his father, mother, and his brothers. Go ahead.
Khan, verse 10. And he told it to his father and to his brethren. And his father rebuked him and said unto him, What is this dream that thou hast dreamed?
So now your pop's like, man, what are you talking about? What are you bringing me a dream talking about we're all going to make obeisance to you? Read.
Shall I and thy mother and thy brethren indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee to the earth? Verse 11.
Like, what's the point of you telling me this? Is this what you think is going to happen? Read.
Verse 11. And his brethren envied him, but his father observed the same.
So again, now his brethren are just getting more and more mad at him for bringing stuff like this to them. but his father's paying attention. He's wondering what's going on behind this. Read.
Verse 12. And his brethren went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. Verse 13. And Israel said unto Joseph, do not thy brethren feed the flock in Shechem?
So to continue this theme of, this is the little brother that they all hate. They all left without it. Keep going.
Come, and I will send thee unto them. And he said to them, here am I.
So Jacob was like, Israel was like, where they all left without you? No, come here, I'm gonna send you to catch up with them. Read.
Verse 14. And he said to him, go, I pray thee, see whether it be well with thy brethren, and well with the flocks, and bring me word again.
Because again, he knew that Joseph was going to tell him if anything crazy was going on. He knew Joseph was going to come back and tell him. So he said, go check on him and let me know what's up. Keep going.
So he sent him out of the vale of Hebron, and he came to Shechem. Verse 15. And a certain man found him, and behold, he was wandering in the field. And the man asked him, saying, what seekest thou?
So he came up on some stranger in the field, and he asked him, what are you looking for out here? Now, we're going to go back to the Hebrew, and we'll find out. Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 37, verse 16. Wayamar, Akyah, Anakaya, Mabakwash, Agaya da, Na'a, Laya, Ayapa, Ham, Rayam. Verse 17. Waya Amar, Hayash, Nasaiwa, Maza, Kaya, Shamaithya, Amarya, Nalaka, Dath Yana, Wayalaka.
That Wayalak, based on that root word halak, that's one of these common words. We're going to see many different variations of Wayalak is to go out. And so he's going out looking for his brothers. Keep going.
Wayalak, Yawasa, Akar, Akyawa, Wayama Tazaam, Badathan. Verse 18. Wayarawa, Athwa, Marakak, Waba Taram, Yakarab, Al Yaham, Wayathan Kalwa, Athwa, Laham Yathwa.
Now, Mawaf is to delete somebody. So that's what's going on. They're plotting right now. Keep going.
Verse 19. Wayamarwa, Ayash, Akyawa, Ana.
So Waya Amarwa, we talk about these common words. We see verses start off with so many times we need to recognize them. Waya Amar is and he said. Wayamar is, and they said, Ayash al Akua, one to each of their brothers. Go ahead.
Ba'al, Akal, Mawak.
Remember that Halawam is dream. So they're mocking Joseph now. They're saying this dreamer's coming. Read.
Alazah, Ba'a. Verse 20. Waitha, Wakawa, Wanahara, Gahwa.
So we talked about Mawaf is to delete somebody. Well, Mawaf is the act of somebody expiring. But this word here, read that word again.
Kanawakan. Wanahar ga awa.
When a haragawa, which is based on that root word harag, that's the act of going out and deleting somebody. Read.
Kanawakan. Wanashal kahawa. Bakad. Habarawa. Wa amar nawa. Kaya. Salakia. Kaya. Ra'aya. Akala. Hawa. Wanara. Ma'a.
And that we talk often about, these long words in Hebrew, but as long as you can recognize the root word, you can identify these and break them down. And that akalathwa, that's all based on the root word akal, which is to eat. And so they're hoping that Joseph gets eaten after they leave him in this pit. But we're going to see that in English. Keep going.
Yahayawa. Kalama Yawa. Verse 21. Waya Shamai. Ra'a Waban. Waya Tazal Hawa. Mayadam. Waya Amar. La'a. Nakanwa. Napash.
So la'ah nakanwa napash is to say, let it. He's trying to stop them from actually ending his life. Napash is the word for soul. So taking his life in this case is taking his soul. That's the way our language works. Keep going.
Verse 22. Wayamar. Alham. Rawaban. Al. Tashapakawa. Dam. Ashal. Yakawa. Afwa. Al. Abawar. Asna'ah. Ashar. Bamad. Bar.
Baba the bar. Do we recognize that word?
Wilderness.
In the wilderness. Go ahead.
Makan. Wayad. Al. Dashal Kawa. Bawa. Lama'ain. Ha Taza Yal. Athwa. Mayadam. Lahash. Yabwa. Al. Abyawa.
And back to the English, verse 16.
Genesis chapter 37, verse 16. And he said, I seek my brethren. Tell me, I pray thee, where they feed their flocks. Verse 17. And the man said, they are departed hence. For I heard them say, let us go to Dathan. And Joseph went after his brethren and found them in Dathan. Verse 18. And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him.
As soon as they saw Joseph coming towards them and they was way off in the wilderness away from home, they said, here's our chance. Read.
Verse 19. And they said one to another, behold, this dreamer cometh.
Hey guys, it's the dreamer coming. The dreamer's coming. He's going to tell us about another dream. They're mocking. Read.
Verse 20. Come now, therefore, and let us slay him, and cast him into some pit. And we will say, some evil beast hath devoured him, and we shall see what will become of his dreams.
That's how mad they are about these dreams.
That's wild.
That's wild.
Wow.
Like you can hear this in our language today. You can hear a brother talking like this. Let's just throw him in a pit, and we'll say to some aider, and we're gonna see what dreams he's talking about then. That's wild. They really, as soon as they saw him, they started to plot like this. Read.
If I may, now think about what he's reading, and it's so serious. His own brothers is doing this to him.
His
His own
own
brothers is saying this to him. Now
Right.
think about this. Can you forgive somebody like that?
That's heavy.
Can you forgive somebody like that? We have gangbangers, so on and so forth. And this is literally his own family. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're sleeping together at home. They go to home together and eat together. Are you willing to forgive somebody like this?
That's heavy.
Think about it.
And that's
It's
just
a
like we
hard
was talking about
story.
earlier.
It's a very hard story.
Yeah. It's just like we was talking about earlier. This is real life.
Right.
As soon as we get into these early chapters, there's real things going on. These are real people doing crazy things, doing things that are wrong. These are the forefathers of our nation that we look up to. These men are the reason that the Lord loves us.
Okay.
And they are over here doing crazy things like this. So that's a heavy point. Because when this comes from your own family, from your own brothers, you still got to be able to, and Joseph in the end is still showing them love all through his life.
And also put it in perspective of today. You got to realize this is, you know what I'm saying, this is so-called African Americans. These are so-called, you know what I'm saying, Hondurans. You know what I'm saying, looking down, doing this to the forefather of Puerto Rican and Cuba. That's, I mean, this is, you know what I mean, this is the father of the Puerto Ricans and the Cubans.
So-called diaspora war.
Yeah, so diaspora is doing this to their forefathers.
Yeah.
And then this is family members doing it to each other. You can think about, you know, how serious this really is right here, this story. So it's really serious.
Keep going.
Down on verse 21. And Reuben heard it, and he delivered him out of their hands, and said, let us not kill him.
So all it took is one. One brother said, wait a minute. We might be going a little too far with this. And he started to speak up. Keep going.
Down on verse 22. And Reuben said unto them, shed no blood, but cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness.
So he might have wanted to get him all the way out of this, but he might have seen it, how hyped up it was, and he said, all right, guys, just beat him up and throw him in the pit. But don't kill him. Keep going.
Wait, I have to. Think about what's going on. Think about what's going on. Reuben, the older brother, yo, let's not do this. Reuben is there 10 toes down and say, yo, I'm not going to allow for this to happen. He didn't do that. He went along with the family. Not one person stood up for him. So don't act like that he stood up for him. He stood up for him, you know what I'm saying, stood up for him in the point of still doing some harm to him. He didn't stand up 10 toes down for his brother.
No, that's heavy.
Think about what Reuben did. He didn't help him out.
That's heavy, because I didn't even think about that. He's the oldest brother. He was the one if anybody had enough status to stand up and say, man, what are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? You're going to kill our brother. He could have stood on that, but the most that he could muster up was, all right, just beat him up and throw him in a pit. But he is the only voice that stopped him from just straight up executing. This is complex because this is real life. Keep going.
And lay no hand upon him, that he might rid him out of their hands, to deliver him to his father again.
So he was hoping, basically he was trying to find a way that he would make it back to see his father again. Just to find a way to preserve his life, not to save him, just to keep him alive. And that's how it's going to play out. But keep going.
Genesis chapter 37, verse 23 in the Hebrew. Wayahaya, Kashar, Ba'ah, Yawasa, Al, Akyawa, Wayapash, Yatawa.
Why your Peshat is strict, because they're about to take that coat, that beautiful coat, right off him. Keep going.
Yawasa, Kathanathwa, Nath.
It's like Kakanah, that's that coat.
Apasayam. Ashar. Al Yawah. Verse 24. Wayakwakahwa. Wayashal Kawah. Athwa. Habara. Wahabawar. Rock. Ayan. Bawa. Mayam.
So this is Athwa Habara. They threw him into a pit. Shalak is to throw somebody. They threw him straight into a pit. Wahabawar, Rock Ayan. Ayan Dabar means no words, right? This is no mayam, no water in this pit. So they threw him in a pit that he couldn't get out of, that had no water. And, you know, let's keep it real. You can't just push somebody into a pit. They beat him up and threw him in a pit and left him for dead. Read.
Verse 25. Wayashabawah. La'akal. Lakam. Wayashawah. Ayah Nayaham. Wayarawah. Wahana. Arakah. Yashamai Al Yam. Ba'ah. Bagal Aid. Wa Gamal Yaham. Nasha'ayam. Naka'af. Watazarya. Walat. Hawalak Yam. Lahawar Yad. Matazar Yama. Verse 26. Wayamar. Yahawada. Al. Akyawa. Ma'ah. Batazai. Kaya. Nahara. Af. Ak Yanawa. Wakasa Yanwa. Af. Zamawa. Verse 27. Lakawa. Wanamakar Nawa. Laya Shama'ai Ail Yam. Waya Danawa. Al. Naya. Bawa. Kaya. Akyanawa. Bashamaranwa. Hawa'a. Wayashama'aiwa. Akyawa. Verse 28. Waya Ibarwa. Anashyam. Mad Yan Yam. Sakar Yam. Wayamash Kawa. Waya Al Wa. Ah. Yawasa. Man. Habawar. Wayam Karwa. Ah. Yawasa. Laya Shama'il Yam. Ba'ishar Yam. Kasa. Wayab Ya'awa. Ah. Yawasa. Batazaraya Ma'ah. Verse 29. Wayashab. Rawabad. Al. Abawar. Wahana. Ayan. Yawasap. Babawar. Wayakwara'ai. Af. Bagadyawa. Verse 30.
Back to the English, verse 23.
Come. Genesis chapter 7. Salakia. Genesis chapter 37, verse 23. And it came to pass, when Joseph was come unto his brethren, that they stripped Joseph out of his coat of many colors that was on him.
That's the first thing they did, was they took that coat, because that symbolized him being the father's favorite, which they hated him for. So as soon as they saw him, they took that coat off. Keep going.
Verse 24. And they took him and cast him into a pit, and the pit was empty. There was no water in it.
Now remember, make this real life. This is not a cartoon, right? This is real life. For them to cast him into a pit, they had to beat him half to death first, probably. They took out all their hatred that they had for their own brother as soon as they saw the opportunity. Read.
Verse 25. And they sat down to eat bread, and they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites came from Gilead with the camels, bearing spicery and balm and myrrh, going to carry it down to Egypt.
So now some Ishmaelites come into the picture. And just to be clear, this is so heavy, what you were saying earlier, because this is spiritual. This is how we are with our brothers today. And you don't see no other nation on the planet going through it. You don't see no other nation on the planet that looks towards each other with such hatred for anything, just anything, man.
So, like, if I may, understand what you're reading. What was they doing before they saw the carrying of the Ishmaelites? What were they doing?
They threw him into a pit.
No. What were they doing?
Oh, they were eating. They
just sat down and ate like it never happened.
Yeah.
Eating bread and talking and chopping it up. That's what they did. They just sat there after when they did that to their brother. They sat down and eating bread, chilling, talking, laughing. Probably talking about what they just did or not. Are you willing to forgive a person like that? That's how deep this is. Are you willing to forgive? You know what I mean? Forgive that person right after they threw you in the ditch, left you to be unalive. You're going to just set up and start eating Chinese food.
It's real. That's real right there.
Yeah.
These are the people, you know what I mean? And this is your own brother. Remember, this is your brother. These are your family members. Y'all grew up together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all grew up together.
When it's going to hurt you the most, when they hurt you. That's real right there. Because people love talking about forgiveness. It sounds real good until it gets real.
Right.
Until it's something that actually hurts you that you got to forgive. Until it's something that really, really, really broke you apart that you got to forgive. All these things, all these concepts people love talking about, love, forgiveness, brotherhood, they sound real nice until they get real. Sound fly. But then it's something that you actually got to get past, some real pain that you got to get past to do it. And if you're not doing that, you ain't really doing nothing. Keep reading.
Done. Verse 26. And Judah said unto his brethren, what profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood?
So as they sitting around eating, chopping it up, he's like, wait a minute. We just threw him in a ditch. We didn't even get nothing out of that. Maybe we can make some money off him too. That's cold right there. Keep going.
Wait. No, you don't go past that.
Ah, that's cold.
Don't go past that, because think about Judas. He always want to make a profit.
Yeah. That's facts. Keep going.
Verse 27. Come and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites.
So that's what they said. As soon as they were sitting there eating, and they said, wait, some Ishmaelites just passed by.
Damn. Sloppy, if I may.
Go ahead.
That's crazy. Like,
Right.
yo, they just not stopping. Like, they just going full-fledged beast mode on it. Like,
Yeah, it's getting worse and worse.
damn, bro.
Imagine they sitting there with the chicken wing, like, we can make some money off.
We could have just sold that. At least you would have got some bread. Like,
Right.
that's some bread. Yo.
Yo,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
cold.
That's
Our
cold.
people
That's
are cold, man. And this don't match up nobody else on the planet. This is straight up and down N-word stuff, man. This is crazy. Keep going.
Oh, God. And let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh, and his brethren were content. Verse 28. Then there passed by Midianites.
And his brethren were content. Everybody agreed with that right away. They didn't have no hesitation with that. They said, yo, that's a good idea. Yo, go catch some Ishmaelites real quick. This is raw talk right here, man. We skim over this stuff when you learn it from Christian church.
Yeah.
It's just some mystical, Joseph's brothers, they put him in a ditch and then he met up with them later. It's real, just, it's like a fairy tale. It's like Rapunzel or something. There's a bad guy and then there's a good guy. No, this is real life.
Yeah.
Keep going. Oh, God. Verse 28. Then there passed by Midianites, merchantmen, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver.
That's all they got for their brother. 20 pieces. And from Genesis to the 37th chapter, Arabs been trying to put us in slavery. Keep going.
And they brought Joseph into Egypt. Verse 29. And Reuben returned unto the pit, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit, and he rent his clothes.
So let's break down what just happened. No sooner did they say, yo, there's some Ishmaelites passing by. Let's go grab him out the pit and sell him to the Ishmaelites. Some Midianites came there, saw him in the pit, and sold him to the Ishmaelites first. They didn't even get a chance, 10 minutes to sell him to the Ishmaelites. Somebody else came and grabbed him and sold him to the Ishmaelites. That's how crazy life is for Israel all the way to the beginning. All the way to Israel's actual sons. Everybody else been selling us. We've been selling each other. We've been trying to kill each other. We've been plotting on each other from the jump. This is crazy, but it's real. So read verse 29 again.
Verse 29. And Reuben returned unto the pit, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit, and he rent his clothes.
And so remember, Reuben was the only one who was trying to, even spare his life. And so he saw him out the pit, and he thought an animal already got to him. He thought, a bear came in there and got, they was in the desert. What animals come up in the desert? He thought something came and got him. He was broken up. But what really happened was they didn't even get to eat their meal before somebody came and sold him.
Now, listen up. Reuben came back for his brother. Right? He never supposed to come back for his brother because that should never happen to his brother. Let's say you got, you're like, oh man, that was wrong. Let me fix the situation. No. At that moment in time, that's where we get challenged. We talk about it. But when you're in that position, which way are you willing to go? Are you willing to stay righteously? You're ready, You're ready to put your life on the line for your brother, or not? Right.
And that's heavy because a lot of times, they put this they glorify the men in these early stories in the scriptures, but just because it's something that you read don't mean it was right. We got to recognize the times when they failed, the times when they didn't do what they were supposed to do. We got to be better than these men that we're reading about. We got to be better than Reuben, who only halfway kind of sort of stood up for his own brother.
Slacky about maybe. I don't know if it was because he was outnumbered, because you know he had 10 more brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So is you willing to go against the grain, like when the numbers is against you?
But
like,
that's exactly it. And he wasn't. He was only willing to try and talk them down a little bit, but he wasn't willing to stand up and go against the grain. And that's the problem. He was supposed to, because that's his little brother. And that's basic. But he looked at 10 other men that wanted blood, and he didn't have enough courage to do that. Back to the Hebrew.
Shalaki, what set is this?
Number 5.
Oh my God. Genesis chapter 37, verse 30. Wayashab al Akyawah Wayamar Hayalad Ayannawa Wa'anya Anah Anya Ba'ah. Verse 31. Waya kwak wa ah kathna yawasa waya shakwat wa sha'ayawa salati sha'ayar Isayam Waya Tabawa Af Hakathana Badam. Verse 32. Waya Shalakwa Af Kathna Hapasayam Wayaba ya awa al abyaham Waya amarwa za'af ma taza'anwa hakar na'a akathna ban naka hawa'a la'a. Verse 33. Wayaka yara Waya amar Tata na'a banya kaya ra'aya akal tan ta'awa tarap yawasa. Verse 34. Waya kwara'ai ya'ai kwab shamalah yawa Waya sham shak bamath nayaf Slakia bamath na yawa.
But Methuselah, that Methuselah is his waist.
Oh, God. What verse was it?
Why your thumb ball? We're verse 34.
Slakia.
Waya.
Waya ta'abal I banwa yam yam rabayam. Verse 35. Waya kwa mawa Wakal, Banyawa, Wakal, Banathyawa, Lanakamwa, Waya Ma'an, Bahath Nakam, Waya Amar, Kaya, Arad, Al, Banya, Abal, Sha'ala, Waya Bak, Afwa, Abiwa. Verse 36. Wa Hamadan Ya, Makarawa, Afwa, Al, Matazar Yam, Maha Wat Yapawa, Saryas, Haraya, Shara,
Shards and prince.
Shar, Tabak,
And back to English, verse 30.
Genesis chapter 37, verse 30. And he returned unto his brethren and said, the child is not, and I, whither shall I go? Verse 31. And they took Joseph's coat and killed a kid of the goats and dipped the coat in the blood.
So now they covering it up because they think that an animal took him and ended Joseph. So now they're trying to figure out how they're going to explain this to their father when they get back. Keep going.
Verse 32. And they sent the coat of many colors, and they brought it to their father, and they said, they have we found.
They said, this have we found. That after they killed a kid goat and dipped the coat in the blood, they brought it back and said this. Keep going.
Know now whether it be thy son's coat or no.
They didn't know whose coat it was. There's only one coat like this on the planet, right? So but they came back like, we found this coat, Pops. I don't know if it's Joseph's or not, but you check it out. They try. Keep going.
Verse 33. And he knew it and said, it is my son's coat. An evil beast hath devoured him. Joseph is without doubt rent in pieces.
So remember, the last thing he did, he sent him out by himself to catch up with his brothers. So of course, the brothers is pretending like they never knew anything about this. They were just out on their way back, and they just found this coat, and they left the rest of the calculations to be made. And imagine you're Israel seeing this. Keep going.
If I may, think about what just happened. That's why I said this is a heavy. I know this. I know this story. I know this story. Think about what just happened. Joseph's father sent him to his brothers to help him out. You understand what I'm saying? His brother came back and said, and his brother came back, no, this is all we found. You know what I mean? This is all we found. Think about who got the guilt. Who would have the guilt?
Right. They passed it on to him.
The father would have the guilt. Remember, the sons is lying to their father about, about what happened in the other side. The father's thinking about, I sent him out there to help you out. The last person I saw, this is, the last time I saw him, so he could go and help you out.
Yep.
You gotta think about how hard, Now you gotta forgive that person. And they're gonna be sitting at the table, eating together with their father, and they know what they done to their younger brother. Meanwhile, the father got the guilt on him and said, I'll put him in this situation. All guilt fall on me.
That's big. It's like it gets worse with every verse. it gets worse and worse what they're doing. And they're doing it so cold.
Wow.
That's heavy. Keep going.
Verse 34. And Jacob rent his clothes and put sackcloth upon his loins.
Now you saw it, my father, you saw what the prophets did, right? You saw, you know what I'm saying? You saw what Jacob did. He's grieving.
Right.
Because he think, you know what I'm saying? He think, I did that to my son.
Yeah.
I did it to my son. You know what I'm saying? So he's showing empathy and he's showing, you know what I'm saying, his remorsements. Over that. This is on his mind. This is the burden.
Yeah.
This is the burden. And look at how Jacob feeling about that. He's showing his grief. But meanwhile, look at his brothers.
And can you imagine like how that must have, for all of them to have to watch him go through this torment as he's grieving day after day. And they know what they did. They knew that they put that on him. But they took him. That's raw. That's rough. And that's so heavy, like you said. These are the people that you're gonna still have to love our people through real things like this.
Right.
Really.
And mourn for his son many days. Verse 35. And all his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him. But he refused to be comforted. And he said, for I will go down into the grave unto my son mourning.
This is real pain. This is real pain. They all try to comfort him now. The sons, of course, is not genuine because they know what they did. The daughters was really trying to comfort their father. But he was just, man, get away from me. I don't want none of that. He was in deep, deep pain. Man, this was his favorite son.
Right.
And he sent him out, and all that came back was a bloody coat. This brother was grieving to his soul. This is real life pain. Like you were saying, don't pass this by. We think of these like biblical stories. This is real life violence, real life plotting, real life evilness, and real life pain, man. And this is the stuff that we got to look out and deal with today. This is stuff that our people got to get through today. We went through this real pain with our families, with our brothers, with our friends. We went through real things like this. And we got to find a way to bring it back around and heal that pain and bring our nation together. And we're only going to even start to do it if you look right in the eye of how real this is and still say, I gotta learn how to forgive through that. I gotta learn how to get past that. I gotta learn how to find a way to love my brothers through all this stuff. It's real. Keep going.
Thus his father wept for him. Verse 36. And the Midianites sold him into Egypt unto Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh's and captain of the guard.
Because all the nations lie in wait, like the scripture said, for an opportunity to get us, to sell us, to do anything to profit off us. And they left him for a half hour, and some Midianites came and sold him to some Ishmaelites. And that's the history of our nation. Back to the Hebrews.
Genesis chapter 38, verse 1. Wayahaya ba'ait ahava'ah wayarad yaha wadah ma'ah akyawa wayat Id, Ayash, Id Lamya, Washamah,
Washamwa, and his name, Washamwa. Go ahead.
Kayara. Verse 2. Wayara'ah, Sham, Yaha Wadah, Bath, Ayash, Kana'anya, Washamwa, Shawa'ai, Wayakwaka, Wayaba'a, Al-Ya'a. Verse 3. Wathahar, Wathalad, Ban, Wayakwara'a, Shamwa, Aya. Verse 4. Wathahar, Iwad, Wathalad, Ban, Wathakwara, Shamwa, Awanan.
So Shemwa Ir, Shemwa Awanan. That's and Onan. We're going to hear that in the English. Keep going.
Verse 5. Wathasap, Iwad, Wathalad, Ban, Wathakwara, Shamwa, Shalah, Wahayaha, Bakaza, Yab, Baladatha, Athwa. Verse 6. Wayakwak, Yahawadah, Asha, La'ir, Bakaw, Warawa, Washama, Damar. Verse 7. Wayahaya, Ir, Bakawar, Yahawada, Ra'ai, Ba'ai, Yanya, Yahweh, Wayamatha, Wa, Yahweh. Verse 8.
Back to the English. Verse 1.
Genesis chapter 38, verse 1. And it came to pass at that time that Judah went down from his brethren and turned into a certain Adulamite, whose name was Hirah. Verse 2. And Judah saw there a daughter of a certain Canaanite, whose name was Shua, and he took her and went in unto her.
So already, it was understood at this time we were not supposed to go to the Canaanites.
I think I told you this before. Remember how the story splits?
Yeah.
And you go to start talking about Judah earlier?
Yeah.
You don't want to pass that story and continue the story when he got into Egypt? Or you got the class, but we're going to something different.
Yeah, and we're just going to go in order. So we'll get back to that next week. We'll get to the rest of Joseph.
Understand.
And tune in next week when we will continue that story on Joseph. But it kind of abruptly shifts right back to what Judah's doing right now. And he took a wife of the Canaanites, which we were not supposed to do. It was already understood, even when we were just 12 brothers. But he did it. Here we go. Keep going.
Verse 3. And she conceived and bare a son, and he called his name Er.
That was the first son. Keep going.
Verse 4. And she conceived again and bare a son, and she called his name Onan.
So and Onan. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And she yet again conceived and bare a son, and called his name Shalah, and he was at Chezib when she bare him. Verse 6. And Judah took a wife for his firstborn, whose name was Tamar.
So he found his son a wife, As you're supposed to do. I mean, we had arranged marriages from the start. That's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. Keep going.
Verse 7. And Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Most High, and the Most High slew him.
So the Lord didn't have a whole lot of patience for and he got rid of him real quick. He didn't like the way he was moving, and he took him out the paint. Back to the Hebrew. I'll take this last one. This is going to be the last set. Genesis 38 and verse 8. Waya Amar Yahawada La'aunan Ba'a Ala Ashaf Akika Wa Abam Atha Wa Akum Zarai La'akika. Verse 9. Wayadaya wa nan Kayala Al wa Yahaya Hazarai wa Yahaya Ba'a Ala Shaf Akua wa Shakaf Arataza Labalathia Nathan Zarai La'akua. Verse 10. Wayarai Ba'ayanya Yahawah Ashar Aisha Wayamath Gum Athwa. Verse 11. Wayamar Yahawada Lathamar Kalathwa Shabya Alamana Bayath Avyaka Yagadal Shalah Bunyakaya Amar Punyamwath Gum Hawa Ka'akua Wathalak Damar Wathashab. Verse 12. Wairabwa Hayumyum Wathamath Basawai Ashath Yahawada Wayanachum Yahawada Wayal Al Gazia Tazanwa Hawa'a Wakaira Ra'aiwa Ha'idolumya Thumanatha. Verse 13. Wayagad Lathamar La'amar Ana Kamayak Ayla Thumanatha Lagaz Tazanwa. Verse 14. Watasar Bagadia Alamanwatha Ma'ayla Wathakas Batazaya Wathathaila Wathashab Bapathach Ayunyum Ashar Al Darak Thumanatha Kaya Ra'atha Kaya Gadal Shalah Wahawa'a La'a Nathana Lawa La'asha. And back to the English from verse 8.
Genesis chapter 38, verse 8. And Judah said unto Onan, Go in unto thy brother's wife, and marry her, and raise up seed to thy brother.
So, first of all, this is another example of the law being in place from the beginning. This is long before Moses wrote down the law of what a brother was supposed to do if his brother died before he had a child. If that happened, a brother's responsibility was to take his brother's wife and raise up seed unto his brother. That's in the scriptures, but it wasn't written down here, but they understood it. So Onan had one job, to go into his brother's wife for the purpose of raising up seed in his brother's name. Read.
Verse 9. And Onan knew that the seed should not be his.
So he didn't like that fact. He knew that this child wasn't even for him. This was to be considered to continue his brother's lineage. Read.
And it came to pass, when he went in unto his brother's wife, that he spilled it on the ground.
He pulled out. Onan pulled out when he wasn't supposed to pull out. It's that simple. This is straight up and raw. Keep going. No pun intended on raw. Keep going.
Lest that he should give seed to his brother.
So he did this just so that his brother wouldn't get his child's name for his lineage. So the whole problem here is that he had one job to do in the law, but he didn't do it, but he still got something out of it. He went in and had sex with his brother's wife for pleasure. He did it not to do his job. He just did it to just do it. So for that, he got a reward coming. Read.
Verse 10. And the thing which he did displeased the Most High.
Naturally. He went in there. He had one reason to go into his brother's wife, but he went into his brother's wife for his own pleasure. Read.
Wherefore he slew him also.
So the Lord took him out too. Now both brothers is gone. It's simple as that. You go in there for your own purpose, and you're going to have to pay the price. Read.
Verse 11. Then said Judah to Tamar, his daughter.
And you know what's funny about that story? The Christian church uses that story to make it about something completely different. We're not going to go too far off topic here, but this story is about one thing and one thing only. The fact that he pulled out when he was supposed to go in there for procreational purposes. Keep going.
Remain a widow at thy father's house till Shelah.
A widow.
Remain a widow at thy father's house till Shelah, my son, be grown. For he said, lest peradventure he die also, as his brethren did.
So Judah lost two of his sons back to back. He said, I'm not sending the third one to you. Keep going.
And Tamar went and dwelt in her father's house. Verse 12. And in process of time, the daughter of Shua, Judah's wife, died. And Judah was comforted, and went up unto his sheep shearers to Timnath, he and his friend Hirah, the Adullamite. Verse 13. And it was told Tamar, saying, behold, thy father-in-law goeth up to Timnath to shear his sheep.
So this is Tamar. This is the widow that just lost and Onan, and now she's heard about his father-in-law going up to Timnath. Keep going.
Verse 14. And she put her widow's garments off from her, and covered her with a veil, and wrapped herself, and sat in an open place, which is by the way of Timnath. For she saw that Shelah was grown, and she was not given unto him to wife.
So Shelah grew up, but Judah didn't send her to. Judah did not send Shelah to her, because he wasn't trying to send a third son to this woman. He just left her by the wayside. Now, there's more to this story. It's going to be crazy. Tune in next week. We're going to pick it back up right here. I imagine him up here. Paul with his horn. Yeah, Yun with his wine.
Vayasharala, which means to Israel.
I imagine him in the room. Saw Panya Hapadum, which means rise, turn, and face the east. Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanoah, Shabbat Shemayim, Kadash Hayah, Sukkah, Yahweh, Malakutha, Tabah, Atazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratza, Sawat, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathungano, Lachong, Kaliwam, Wasalafnos, Kawafnu, Kasalafnos, Kawafnu, Walaa, Abiyano, Palasaiwan, Labal, Kawashanu, Mayan, Ra, Kayat, Bakab, Kamalakwa, Bahala, Wahatapara, I will love you, Amen.
In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh, thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
That will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth. As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation.
Lead us not into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever. So be it.
So be it. Prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Hashem Yahushua. Father Bashah. Methumano. Kak. Kak. Larpa'ah. Kalmakala. Wakalmarawat. Akak. Latahar. Amatasaraya. Akak. Lapayam. Hamaku. Akak. Arakawat. Atamala. Agarshan. Hashem Yahushua. Wada Amen.
In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
Cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name.
In the name
of Yahweh.
of Yahweh.
Thank you. So be it.
Thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Ashai Yanya. Alahari. Ryan. Isaiah. Isaiah Ma'am Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayim Waratizah. Aliyathan. Amawat. Regalka. Aliyanawan. Shamar. Hana. La'ayanawan. Wala'aya Yashan. Shomar Yasha'al. Yahweh Shamarka. Yahweh Tazalka. Al Yadam Yanka. Yomung. Hashemash. La'aya Kaka. Wayrak Balayla. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Kal Rak. Yashamar. Afnu Pashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Tazaka. Wabawaka. Ma'aitha. Wa'ada Walum. In the English.
Salaki, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills.
From which cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
He
that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Most High is thy keeper.
The Most High is thy keeper.
The Most High is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Most High is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not strike thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Most High shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Most High shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Most High shall preserve thy going out
The Most High shall preserve thy going out,
and thy coming in from this time forth,
and thy coming in from this time forth,
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Psalm 83 in the Hebrew. Alahai. Al-Damayalaka. Al-Karash. Wa'al-Tashakwat. Allah. Hayahana. Awayabika. Yahamiwan. Wamashinaika. Yashawa. Ra'ash. Al-Aimika. Yairiyumwa. Sawas. Wayaka Ya'aitaswa. Al-Tazabwanyika. Amaru. Kawa. Wanakakira. Magoya. Wala'a. Yasakar. Shum Yashal. Iwa. Kaya. Wa'aitaswa. Lab Yakadwa. Aliyaka. Wayat. Raswa. Halia. Adawam. Wayashmalia. Wa'ab. Wa'agari. Wa'bal. Wa'aiwan. Wa'amulak. Kalashat. I'm your Shabi, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawat, Iman, Haywa, Jarwat, Abunyaluwat, Salas, Shalom, Kamadi, Sayasura, Kayabi, Banakar, Bayashwan, Nasamadwa, Bayanda Ara, Haywa, Lamat, Ladamat, Shayathamwa, Naliyamua, Kaira, Wakazava, Because of Bach. Because of Zalmanah. Calmness I come with. Shah. Marwa. They are Shah. Wanawah. Ah. Yahweh. Al-Hayy. Al-Hayy. Say Thumwa. Kagagala. Kakwash. Kafiniraka. Kaash. Vaira Ira. Kalahab. Kalahat. Hardy. Kandaradapna. Vasairikas. Vabasopaka. The Bahalam. Malaa. Hanyaham. Followun. Vayakwashka. Shumkash. Yahaw. Yabashwa. Vaybahaw. I. Vayfapaw. Vayabadwa. Vayadaiwa. Kaya. Atha. Shumkash. Yahaw. Babadka. Aliwa. I'll call her Aratazah. In the English.
Keep not thy silence, O Lord.
Keep not thy silence, O power.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O power.
Be not still, O power.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted with one consent.
For they have consulted with one consent.
They are confederate against me.
They are confederate against me.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab. And the Hagarenes.
The Hagarenes.
Gebal.
Baal.
And
Ammon.
and Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur also joined with us. They have opened the children of Lot.
They have opened the children of Lot.
Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kison.
At the brook of Kison.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They have become as dung for the earth.
They have become as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Ori.
Make their nobles like Red.
And like Zee.
And like Zaire.
Yet all their princes as Saah.
All the princes as Salah.
And as Zamun.
And as Zamun.
Who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of the Most High in possession.
Let us take to ourselves the house of the Most High in possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burns the wood.
As the fire burns the wood.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
As the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid of thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name, O power.
That they may seek thy name, O power.
Let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Yet,
Yet,
let them be put to shame and perish.
let them be put to shame and perish.
That men may know that thou,
That men may know that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
art the Most High over all the earth.
art the Most High over all the earth. The blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shah. Wa Ma'ikal. Wa Al-Hayy. Matazab Ya'al Wap Yahan. Al-Wapim. Hasroni. Matazayani. Hakaya Yali. Baha Waski. Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. Wada Amen.
Salah. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Mike.
And Mike.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commander General Yahweh.
Commander General Yahweh.
The general.
The general.
The captain.
The captain.
The officers.
officers.
The troopers.
The
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you, so be.
Thank you. So be it. Isupk curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. The name of Yahweh Shah. Listen to us now. Right now. Say evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen. That speak against us. Thy prophets. teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Said evils and curses, punishment, destruction, through the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel. They refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Said evils and curses, and punishment, destruction, through the Edomites, and the nation, and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, the Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, posse comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street. You open up the internet, and the airwaves, the cable access channels, the radio channels, convict the spirit of any of thy people, and seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction, all the heathens, stand in the way, and try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth, and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief, and the murder. Let Yahushua, Michael and Gabriel, come down with the flying saucers, and punish all the heathens. They come up against us, and to speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all. And it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media. Throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake it thy coming. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you always. So be it. Sorry, face the print. We'll give one courtesy salute, men of Israel. I Majum Shabbat. I Majum Barak. Yajmatah. Dismissed. We're picking up next week in Genesis, the 38th chapter and the 15th verse.